All right, guys, so I'm out here in the truck and I'm gonna do a little mod, and this is gonna be a quick dirty mod. Let me set you guys down here, climb up in behind you. Okay. All right, guys, so I've been out here for a little while and I vacuumed this thing out. Finally, I haven't vacuumed it out in a while, but I ran to my local auto parts store, I think it was an O'Reilly, and I picked up this package of lights, and I already opened it up. I have a bad habit of doing that. I realize I should be doing that on video, but there they are, LED Innovations. And I'll pull it out here. It's still got like the test button plugged in. So there comes with a remote, multicolor. What does it say? You can do flash, strobe, fade, smooth. I don't know, a bunch of different colors. They're kind of small, and they're not incredibly bright, and this will just kind of go through the colors. Like I said, it's got multiple colors and you can set each one. Pretty simple. Now this little test box from when you buy it just comes right out, and you can plug this 12-volt adapter right into it. So make sure I do this right. So the plan is to stick these up in here somewhere, and then with this 12-volt plug, I can run this straight off the battery box that I made. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and see if maybe they're any brighter. Alright, so that's plugged in. Has an infrared sensor, I think that's on here maybe. It has to be, oh, that's probably why I'm not doing anything. There we go, okay. I was just thinking Wi-Fi, like everything's Wi-Fi these days. Alright, so guess I have to point it at this little black box here, but we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. Okay, it's going through the things. We're just gonna go white light. I wonder if it gets any brighter. I was hoping it would get brighter. So you can dim it down. That looks to be about as bright as it gets. Now, my plan was to take these and mount them on this side over here somehow. Hopefully you guys can see. I was gonna stick them up here somehow so that I had a bit of lighting, like I could put them right there. And honestly, I might do that, but I don't feel like it's really gonna be bright enough. Like the goal was to have these so they were bright enough so that I could use them to film with in here, but they don't look to be bright enough. So it doesn't pop open. Lately, this is what I've been using, and that's quite a bit brighter. So I don't think these are gonna be bright enough to light anything up with. That is the whitest light. It'll do some different stuff. So if you want some glow, but it's cool that you've got some different color of mood lighting, etc. in here, and you can dim it down. So since I don't think that it's going to be bright enough for me to actually use it for filming, I think I might mount them under here because there's a flat surface, and I can kind of keep the wiring out of the way. And I know you can't tell now because it's so bright in here, but I think that it would provide me some nice light in here, so I don't necessarily have to have the light on. Like I've got this one that I'll set out. It's just a Walmart Ozark Trail thing, and it's not very bright. You can't even really see it in the daylight. And then this one, which has a couple functions, and this one has magnets on the back, so a lot of times I'll hang it. That didn't work out so well. A lot of times I'll hang it from the curtain rods because it sticks, and most of the time I'll have it up here in the front if I'm just hanging out in here, because that gives me some light, or I can turn the lights on my box here, which you guys can see, and that's always sitting on the floor, pointed towards the back of the cab. So having a light like this, it's kind of out of the way, it'll be nice. I was really hoping it was going to be bright enough. I'm going to have to find something else to mount up here as a light strip that's not blinding, but you know, if you had 4 of these it might work. But these were like, I think they were 30 bucks, which is a little overpriced, but it's nice because I can just use this to turn it on and off as a light switch, where I have the remote here, and I've always got the power in the bed, and it's really simple. I don't have to do any hard wiring to the truck. So I'm going to go ahead and get these guys mounted up, and I am going to stick them up under here. Get this stuff kind of out of the way. So I'm going to have to mount them under there and then run the wiring. I'm going to have to mount them down there and then run the wiring back along here to over here. Thing that kind of sucks is like the remote sensor is going to be right here, but it'll work just fine. And then run the cords over and stick them up under here, and I can kind of push the wiring up in here, and then I'll just have this kind of dangling off, and you know, I can set it up there while I'm driving or something, you know, and then just plug it in and use it. So there's nothing that's really permanently attached to the truck that I have to worry about. Well, this is always right there, so I'll want them right in the middle here, and then yeah, I guess I'll go right in the middle there. They don't have to be too far apart. It'd be cool if you could buy a couple kits, and it would be nice if you could buy a couple kits and stick them together so that you could have like 4 lights on one, but it doesn't look like it has the ability to do that. So it did come with these little 3M sticky pads. Hopefully that's enough. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them up in here. Should probably get a rag to wipe that off first. So let me go grab a rag. So I just ran in and grabbed a rag and a glass of water. A little bit dirty under there, as you can see. I want a good, relatively clean surface for the sticky stuff to attach to. I'll do this one too back here. All right, now that should dry pretty quickly. Much cleaner. I don't know how sticky it is. 3M stuff. I don't know how sticky this is actually going to be. What we'll do here is set you back on this tripod. So what I'm going to do is, there's 4 sticky pads, so I'll put 2 on each one. This thing has a sticky already on the back of it, and then I don't know, well, I can hide the wiring real easily. All right, so we've got our sticky backs on here. Let's figure out exactly where we want to mount these guys. There's a couple of little ribs that come up, but I don't think they'll be in the way, not too much. I can get them back a little farther, like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it up. Let me make sure the wire is going towards the back. All right, sticky backs are off. Right there. All right, one is in. Back to the second one. Beautiful day out. I am a little warm back here because I don't have the fan running, but it's 70 degrees, 75 degrees right now. Very nice. I'll just go right there. Come on. All right, there we go. Look for Avar. All right. Did it right. There's, like I said, there's a couple ribs. I put it right kind of in between the ribs there. All right. Lights are installed. How's my belly looking? Now we're just gonna stick the wire up behind the carpet here. That. Put it behind the little Velcro panels. Don't have to really worry about hiding wiring, as you guys can tell, which is one of the nice things about the bedrock here. As you guys can see, maybe, there's some foil tape right there And right there, I should have another plastic thing right there. There's a hole, but I must have lost it somehow. And then right here in this seam on the bed, there was a big gap where air could come through. So before I put the carpet up, I went through and kind of taped everything shut, and that's also helped against leaks. I guess that's probably something I've never talked about on the channel. So that's kind of hidden. That's kind of a bummer. Where that infrared sensor is, because that's going to be behind that cabinet, but there's really no other. I guess I could stick it over here maybe, but I don't have enough cord here then to run around. So all right, I gotta change of plans on this one. I gotta do something a little different in order to get that sensor either up or out. I don't really want to have it up that high, but I've got this extra cord here, so I need to mount that somewhere where it's going to be usable. So I think I might stick the remote sensor right there, so that as I'm laying in bed, you know, I kind of over my shoulder, I can hit it. And that kind of hides that ugliness anyways. You see that? We're gonna have to wait for it to get dark to figure out how bright they actually are in here, but we'll do that. All right, guys. Told you I would wait until it got dark out to show you these lights. I did look at them a little bit in the driveway before I left, but I've got my headlamp on here because it's a little too dark in here. There we go. So I've got my headlamp on, as you guys can see, because it's a little too dark in here to see the remote. But there's the lights. Let me turn that off. And I think that's as bright as they go. There we go. So I think it's on a blue color. I'll go to the white color. That's about as bright as it's gonna get in here. Which, I mean, you can see the stuff down there, but it's not super bright. It's a great ambient light, and it allows me to see the floor and everything down here, which is nice. So let's, I'll just set it to go through the colors here. I don't remember how many colors it said it actually was, but I don't plan to use a ton of them. But that's it, guys. Yeah, we'll just leave it on white. So there's the light mod, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Really simple. It's a really simple little mod. There's really nothing to it. Everything was peel and stick. I'm running it right off my battery pack right here. Running it right off my battery pack right here. As you guys can see, it's just plugged in. So, worked out well. I wish it was a little bit brighter, but I might look in to see if I can find something else. I would like something up top that I could put in this area that would be bright enough like this to shine down and allow me to film without having to move lights around inside of here. But this works great, and it provides a little bit of nice ambient light in here. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I just picked that up from my local, I believe it was an O'Reilly's. Any auto parts store should have stuff like that. They had multiple different kinds, but that looked to be the best one at the most reasonable price, so that's what I picked up. And if it lasts a while, I'll be happy with it. I'm gonna enjoy having that light in here. So anyways, guys, I'm actually out camping tonight, so stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.